So, good morning, everyone. My name is L. Mahesh Muthu from the CEC department. So, I would like to go through my project, and as I go through my project, I would like to share some slides through which we can refer upon and understand the concept of my final year project phase one. So, yeah, okay. So, the project idea that we have chosen is digitalization of gold assets, which is like a blockchain incorporated idea. So, um, so the basic idea behind this is that so our project is supposed to be okay. The small short form is that we have gone for AUG. So our project AUG is like a blockchain based digital gold asset management system. It is developed to improve in order to improve the transparency, security and accessibility of gold ownership. So like it will be really helpful when it comes to trading and stuff. So the main idea behind AUG is that is to convert the physical gold into secure and asset backed digital tokens. So like for example, think about like Bitcoin in that terms. We are going to convert a physical gold in that terms with the help of blockchain technology, so that the users can actually easily buy, sell and transfer and even own digital tokens with the complete trust and traceability. So um, so in traditional manner, the gold investment system is in such a way that user depends heavily on the centralized intermediaries such as banks or brokers or digital gold platforms. These systems often lack transparency because there's no centralized bodies in there. So like there is no gold backing or involved delay settlements, hidden charges and limited audibility. So like it is not so clean, it has its own faults in its way. So verifying ownership and tracking transaction history also becomes very difficult in these scenarios, especially for small investors. So these challenges can be reduced by improving the trust and restricting the wider participation and in the digital improving the wider participation in digital gold markets. So that is what AUG does. It addresses those problems. So the issues that are being addressed are with the help of blockchain and smart contract. Each unit of digital gold issued on the platform is backed by verified physical gold, and all ownership records and transactions are stored immutably on blockchain. Verified physical on blockchain. So we will be storing them with the help of blockchain. Like for example, all the records will be maintained and the transactions will all be immutable and it will be on the blockchain. So smart contracts automatically automate the critical process such as tokenization or token issuance, ownership transfer and the transaction settlement, thereby reducing the manual intervention, operational risks and dependency on the intermediaries. So the platform provides a user-friendly digital interface where the investors can securely register, authenticate, and view their gold holdings and perform transactions. Every transaction is validated cryptographically and recorded permanently. And due to the reasons they are being cryptographically encrypted and being recorded permanently, we can ensure high level of security for it and auditability and trust for that, which we do better when it comes to the regular traditional way of doing it. So fractional ownership is also supported, allowing users to invest in small quantities of gold and increasing market accessibilities, which is a really good additional to it. And so AUG is like designed to serve the individual investors more, gold traders, financial institutions, and regulatory authorities. Its scalable architecture allows deployment across different regulatory environments while maintaining compliance and transparency. So Overall, AUG demonstrates how blockchain technology can modernize traditional gold assets management by improving liquidity, reducing costs, enhancing trusts, and enabling the secure digital ownership of gold. Okay, so I would like to explain the workflow a bit better. So, the workflow of the AUG platform begins with the user registration and authentication. A user first signs up by providing the basic credentials that are required, which are securely stored after encryption. So, during login, the system verifies the credentials and generates a secure authentication token that allows the controlled access to that platform to that particular user. So once authenticated, the user can access the dashboard where current gold holdings, valuation details, and transaction history are all displayed. And when the user initiates a gold purchase, the system validates the request and triggers a smart contract. This smart contract checks the availability of the physical gold reserve and then issues the corresponding amount of digital gold tokens to the user's wallet according to the need. For selling or transferring digital gold, the user submits a transaction request through the interface. The smart contract automatically executes the ownership transfer, updates the balance, and records the transaction on the blockchain. So, from for the selling or the transferring of the digital gold process, the user submits a transaction request through the interface. The smart contract automatically executes ownership transfer, updates the balance, and records the transaction on the blockchain. This ensures transparency, immutability, and real-time settlement through the third-party intervention. Without the third-party intervention, so to provide you with a clear view or a greater idea, so all the transactions are permanently recorded on the blockchain, enabling auditability, traceability. Administrators and regulators entities can access aggregated logs and verify the data to monitor the system integrity and compliance. So the backend services continuously manage interaction between the user, interface, blockchain, and the data repositories. So the overall this workflow ensures secure digital tokenization, automated transactions, real-time ownership, tracking, and transparent asset management, making AUG a reliable source and a scalable digital solution. So let's consider a user for an example use case. Let's consider a user who wants to invest in gold using the AUG platform. These are the profile pages and the outputs, some of the test cases. So, to provide you with an example, consider a user who wants to invest in gold using the AUG platform. So, the user will first create an account and logs in securely. And after logging in, the user decides to buy 1 gram of gold. The system verifies the availability of physical gold in the reserve and executes a smart contract. Once verified, 1 gram worth of digital gold tokens is issued and added to the user's digital wallet. Later, if the user wants to sell zero point 0.5 grams of whatever he has now, whatever grams of gold he has now, the user initiates a sell request through the platform and the smart contract automatically processes the transaction and updates the wallet and updates the wallet balance and records the transaction permanently on the blockchain. So the remaining zero point 0.5 grams stays